Good evening, Shawnee. This is City Communications Director Doug Donahue coming to you with the wrap-up of the City Council and Council Committee meetings from Monday, October 9th. Councilmember Angela Steens was unable to be in attendance this evening, so votes will be based on 7 council members, not the typical 8. Consent agenda was approved on a 7-0 vote. The Zero project was returned from the Planning Commission after it was remanded back to the Planning Commission on August 28th. Since then, the developer has withdrawn the project, and so the council was simply tasked with voting to deny the project, which they did on a 6-1 vote. They did approve the rezoning for Staggs Grange in the 6,000 block of Mauer, creating a 3-lot single-family subdivision on a 7-0 vote. And on a 7-0 vote, the rezoning of Hoffman Lake Estates on Johnson Drive for a 2-lot subdivision as well. Staff items included a construction contract for emergency stormwater replacement project at 6,000 Neiman, change order for Monticello Road Phase 2, professional services contract for 75th and Schweitzer and corrugated metal pipe replacement, and an engineering design contract for 80th Street construction. All 4 were approved on 7-0 votes. That was the sum total of the City Council meeting agenda this evening. Following was the Council Committee agenda. 2 major conversations. The first, potential improvements to the Mauer Road and Johnson Drive intersection. This information was originally presented to the Council on August 14th. We provided additional feedback to them in the form of conversations with residents who shared concerns about noise from potential rumble strips and asking the city to avoid additional right-of-way acquisition. The council had asked to see the costs associated with the potential roundabout for the intersection, which would have required purchasing land at all 4 corners of the intersection and is estimated to be approximately $1.8 million. The police department also performed a speed assessment and found drivers are driving on Johnson Drive faster than the posted 35 miles per hour. However, there is a low crash frequency at the intersection, 13 crashes in the last 5 years, 11 of which were car-to-car crashes. Staff then presented council with multiple options to consider, 3 of which eliminated the sight distance issues at the intersection. Others focused on reducing speed along Johnson Drive without necessarily solving the sight distance issues. City Engineer Lauren Snyder presented 3 alternatives for an in-depth conversation. Alternative 2 would remove brush and trees and regrade the slope on the northwest corner of Johnson Drive, posting a 30-mile-per-hour advisory speed sign, and cost the city slightly less than $77,000. Alternative 4 would be to acquire right-of-way for sight triangle improvements, remove brush and trees, add a 30-mile-per-hour advisory sign, and clear the southwest corner of the intersection for approximately $44,000. And alternative 5 would be to acquire right-of-way for the site triangle improvements, place a retaining wall along the northwest edge of the property on the northwest side of Johnson Drive and Mauer, and add 30-mile-per-hour advisory speed signs while also clearing the southwest corner for a cost of approximately $200,000. City Council will take all this information under advisement and consider it at a future council meeting. They also heard an update on the Westbrook Glen project. Doug Allman, Community Development Director, provided an update on the steps taken by the property owner to clean up and maintain the shopping center. North Point Development provided an update on the demographics and amount of units rented at the new Chadwick Apartments just north of 75th and Quivira. And Mission Peak Capital provided a look back at the challenges it has faced over the last 6 years trying to redevelop the commercial part of that property at 75th and Quivira. They did refrain from naming specific companies, but did provide a number of examples of negotiations that were discussed but not completed for a variety of reasons. Council provided feedback in terms of what they would like to see from the developer to show what may be possible in the not too distant future. The next meeting with the City Council will be on Monday, October 23rd, starting 6 p.m. here at Shawnee City Hall. You can find full agendas and minutes at our website, cityofshawnee.org.